Good morning from Logan Pass.
Yep, good morning on this foggy and a little snowy morning.
So we got up this morning about 5 minutes to 5 and got on the road by 5:30. Got up to Logan's Pass right around 7 a.m. to make sure we got a parking spot, and we were successful at doing that. But probably a mile before we got here, it dropped to 32 degrees and started snowing. So the ground is now covered. Let me show you what that looks like. So we're just actually hanging out here till the sun comes up. It comes up in about another 13, 14 minutes. And then we're going to hopefully do a hike. Hopefully we're staying warm. We'll keep you updated. So we sat in the car for about an hour and a half, took a little nap, and waited for the 80-degree temperature.
Yeah.
As you can see, we were unsuccessful. So visitor center opened at 9. So we just went in there and checked to make sure what trails were open. We're gonna do Hidden Lake Trail. For whatever reason, the one that I had listed off all trails, Reynolds Mountain, is not listed. Was not listed on any of the maps, so, and I have no internet here, so there was no way for me to get a hold of it and make sure we were going to the right spot. So Hidden Lake it is. It's 5.3 miles, 1,300 feet of elevation, considered moderate. The other one was the exact same thing, but considered hard. So hopefully the clouds and fog will lift, but it is damn cold. It's right at 31 or 32, I think. This is not the hike environment that we had in mind last night when we were planning this. I knew it was going to be like high of 46 today, but didn't anticipate snow and everything else. But we'll do it. We drove an hour and a half. We got to do it now. In YouTube time, that was only probably like a 1/10 of a second, but in real time, it was about 25 minutes. So we are still hiking Hidden Lake Trail.
Well, we got warmed up.
Yeah, well, just from sweating and
Yeah.
exercising, not because the temperature got any warmer. Yeah, this is pretty much straight uphill. A lot of it was like a wood path, and then it turned into gravel. Still beautiful out here, even though we can't see 90% of it. We're hoping by the time we get up to the lake, we get a clear view and some of this fog rolls out, but we'll see. I'm excited. I'm starting to be able to see things. The horizon is clearing. Pretty amazing hike. You know, by the time we hit the trail right around 9 a.m., we got there about, we got there at 7. We actually waited 2 hours. Parking lot was pretty, almost I'd say 95% full. And on a day that's like this, where it's freezing and snowing and overcast and foggy, yeah, if you're gonna do Hidden Lake Trail, you definitely need to get out here probably before 7 o'clock, before 8 o'clock probably, to get a parking spot on a nice day for sure. Perfect timing. Right after we got here, we see the lake. Let me take you down here. Don't adjust your screen, guys.
Trail number 2.
We're not at the top of the mountain anymore, as you can tell. So we got finished with the Hidden Lake Trail. Up at the top, it started getting really windy, and I mean, the wind chill was definitely in the low 20s, mid 20s, I bet. But we made our way back down. It was a little more treacherous because a lot of the wood planks that they have that you walk on, the walkway, had snow and ice and melting, and it was a mess. So it took us a little bit longer than we probably would have normally, but we made it. So then we got back in the car. I wanted to sell my parking spot because they're in hot commodity up there at Logan's Pass, but didn't. We drove about 15 miles back down the mountain where it's 52 degrees now. Beautiful. And we are doing John's Lake Trail, or John's Lake Loop Trail. And I think it's about two miles. And we're taking you guys with us on this much nicer weather-wise trail. So we just came out of the woods on John's Lake Loop Drive, or trail, and crossed the Going to the Sun Road, and are on the other side now, right by McDonald Falls. Is that what this one is?
Yes, I think so.
And then we'll continue on to the other side of the bridge for the rest of the trail. Michelle, any thoughts?
No, not really.
She loves it when I zoom in on her. All right, so slight change in plans. We got over there to the bridge to show you those waterfalls, and it turns out that's not McDonald Falls. I think that's just some rocks in the river. But the John Lake Loop Trail is closed at McDonald Falls. So we ended up just cutting back, and we're now on Horse Loop. And you can tell because there's horse crap everywhere. But this will take us back basically towards the same trail we were on when we first hit the trailhead, and get us back to our vehicle. But yeah, so they're working, oh sorry, I don't know if I finished that. So they're working on the bridge near McDonald Falls, and you can't complete the whole loop. Nobody's posted anything about that on all trails, and from the looks of the sign, it's not a brand new sign. So, oh well. As we do, we wander through the woods. So we made it back to the car, well, for a second, and we just actually kept hiking. So we decided to go ahead and walk down the rest of the trail that we wouldn't have been able to reach just from the other direction. Since the bridge is out, we're gonna go down and hopefully be able to see McDonald Falls and show that to you guys, because I know that's one of the popular attractions when you're here at Glacier. So we're just gonna, I'm guessing it's maybe a quarter mile, if that, down to where we can see the falls. There's Lake McDonald, or McDonald Lake, I don't know which. I think it's Lake McDonald. So as you saw in the last clip, we made it to Lake McDonald, and the bridge, which, you know, it's like a little kick in the chestnuts. Apparently the bridge isn't yet closed, because that's the bridge that all the maps say is closed and you can't get across. You can tell that they're getting ready to do work on it. And as Michelle pointed out up here, the trailhead, that bridge, or I mean that sign is brand spanking new. So I bet you they just haven't started, and they haven't indicated on the sign that it starts on a certain day. So everybody's just turning around and making different trail because they think the bridge is truly closed. But it clearly isn't, and we could have made a loop, but we still actually hiked more miles than we had anticipated. We just didn't get to see that side of the loop on John's Lake. So that's probably gonna wrap it up for the hikes inside the park, unless we decide to come back in one more day. We're still here for about 6 more days. Yeah, we've been here a long time, folks. The weather just in Stanley, Idaho was just too cold to go down there. Disregard the snow that you saw this morning. That's not normal here right now. So hope you enjoy the video. There may be a few clips here after, so don't leave just yet. I surprised Michelle with a little extra stop on the way back to the campsite. She actually brought this up earlier, and I said, oh no, I'm not going there. That's way out of the way. We're nowhere near it. We are at what, Michelle?
The Huckleberry Patch. Yummy! Famous for their pies and shakes.
Yeah, they're famous for their huckleberry pies, so we're gonna see what we can get. Michelle got her huckleberry pie and a la mode with vanilla ice cream.
Okay, here I go. Now, I've had a Huckleberry Bear Claw, and I really, really liked that. So I think I'm gonna like this. It's so good. And I had them warm it up a little bit.
Huckleberry Patch in Hungry Horse, Montana. We made it back. And Michelle's got a friend up there.
I do.